Hi, good morning everybody. Hope you all are having great time doing your assignments and relaxing a lot. So before I start my lesson, I would want to say something very important to all of you. I would want all of you to understand that the assignment which I posted, the vocabulary assignment which I posted on inferences, is a very important assignment. If you have not done all of them, that's fine. But I want you all to remember that the assignment on vocabulary, which I have posted on March the 24th, is very important, and I want you all to do that assignment. Similarly, the assignment which is being posted today is equally important. So remember, I do not want you all to finish all the assignments, but I would want you all to finish 2 assignments for me. I have emailed all of you about this, and you all should have received an email by now. Alright? Okay, so our last lesson was finding inferences, and today it's another important topic, which is about finding the main idea and the supporting details in the text. I'm pretty sure that this is not a new topic for all of you. We have done this several times in class, especially if you remember, whenever you come to the small group instructions with your Read 180 textbooks, the real books, on the right hand corner of every page, you find a small column which asks you to write the main idea of the text. And we always do it in the small groups with Miss Farrell and with Miss Begum. Alright, so I'm going to explain it again to you just to refresh your skills. Now, finding main idea. First of all, let us understand why finding the main idea is really important. Yes, can you all guess? I can wait. Think. Well, most of you might have already known the answer. The answer is finding the main idea helps us understand better. It makes me a better reader and a better writer. So if you understand the main idea of the text, you'll be a good writer and a good reader. You'll also understand the text better. So now, let's see, what is the main idea? Now, Ms. Begum has given a whole big assignment about the main idea. Now you need to know what the main idea is. Okay, if you want to find out what the main idea is, just look here and ask yourself. Oh, look at this. He's thinking. Are you all thinking? Yes. So let me go ahead and tell you. If you want to find out the main idea, here are the 2 questions you need to think about or ask yourself. The first one, what is the author trying to say? The next one, what is the most important thing the author wants me to know from the text? If you ask yourself these 2 questions, and if you can answer, there you go. That's your main idea. Alright? Alright. Now, let's move further ahead and try to see what the 3 main aspects today are. That is the subject, main idea, and the supporting details. So almost everything you read, any book, any text, it has 3 parts. You'll find a subject, you'll find the main idea, and the supporting details. So let's see what the subject is. Any guesses? Oh yeah, subject. Even in a sentence we have a subject and a predicate. So subject is nothing but the main part of anything. Alright? So here, when you look around, the subject, this is big and broad. For example, if you are reading a book, a subject will tell you what is the book about. Okay, now let's see the main idea. The main idea is more specific than the subject. As you can go back and see again, it is about what the author is trying to say. Alright? So it is what the author is trying to say. This is very, very important aspect of any text, the main idea. And yes, when we come back now to the supporting details, now what are these? Well, I have my main idea. But how do I prove that my main idea is correct? To prove my main idea, I need my supporting details. So the supporting details are the most specific. The most specific. They prove your main idea. Alright? So let me go back once again and talk about subject, which is big and broad, the main idea of the whole book, or the main topic, whatever you can call. Now the main idea is more specific. Well, there's the whole book. Now what does the author want me to take away? What does the author want me to understand by reading this book? And the supporting details, which tell us, oh, why this is the main idea. They give us the proof, the evidence for the main idea. Alright? Okay, so now I have a small story to read for you, which after reading this story, I'm going to give you an example for main idea and the supporting details, which will make you easy to understand the concept. Alright? Don't worry, it's not a very big story. I'm not going to make you bored. So, now, read the following story, and the name of the story is Having Compassion. Do you all know what compassion is? Well, if you don't, let's see if you can understand after reading the story. Sometimes I see something that makes me uncomfortable. Like when a kid is getting picked on. Is that something uncomfortable? Yes, we all do feel uncomfortable when we see kids getting bullied or picked on. Okay, so the other day I noticed the other kids making fun of Zach in the school bus. Zach is a quiet and maybe a little weaker than other people. The kids on the bus were calling him bad names. I tried to ignore first, but I decided to stand up for Zach. I told the bullies Zach was my friend and asked them to stop being mean. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. I could see in Zach's eyes how grateful he was. I realized that you have got to have compassion. You have to take action if you see something suffering. If you see somebody suffering, if you see something is going wrong, you got to stand up for it. Do what you can to help. That is having compassion. Not just thinking for you, thinking for others. So now when I read the whole thing, now we need to find out our subject, main idea, and the supporting details. Excuse my drawing, I'm not very good at that. Alright? Okay. So, now let us look at all this. The whole text is about what? When you can see the title, you will know. So, what do you think the whole text is about? It's about having what? Exactly. It's about having compassion. So, the subject is compassion or having compassion. This is our subject. Now we need to find the main idea. So when we read the whole thing, what does the author want to tell you? What do you think you should keep in mind? Do you have to keep in mind about people calling bad names? Or do you have to think about people being mean to others? Or do you think you have to keep in mind about standing up against something going wrong? Yes, you're perfectly correct. So here, that is, the main idea is you have to got compassion. You have to got to have compassion. That means you have to take action if you see something suffering. Alright? So that is the main idea. Do what you can to help. Okay? So I'm going to go here and put the main idea. That is, you have to take action if you see something suffering. Alright? Even this can be your main idea. Do what you can to help. So I go here and I'm going to put there the main idea. So here, you have to take action if you see something or someone suffering. Okay? So now I need to find details on why I got to take action. Why is this a main idea? Yes, so when I come back here again, so let me see what supporting details I have to say that we have to take action if you see something or someone suffering. So when I read the text, it says, I noticed the other kids making fun of Zach in the school bus. Zach is quiet and maybe a little weaker than the other people. So what happened there? The kids were calling him bad names. They were calling him bad names, alright? And then what happened? I tried to ignore first, but then I decided to stand up. And what did I do? I told the bullies that Zach was my friend and asked them to stop being mean. Alright? So the kids were calling him bad names. I decided to stand up and ask them to stop being mean. And then what happened? What change did he see in Zach? How was Zach feeling after I did this? Yes, it is Zach. I could see in Zach's eyes how grateful he was. So these are our 3 supporting points which tell us that you have to take action when you see something suffering. That is the main idea. Alright, so we can go straight away and put this here. The kids, I may not be able to write the complete sentence because of the restricted space, but then when you write, you need to take the entire supporting detail and put it there. Alright, so the kids, they're calling Zach bad names. Then here I decided to stand up. I told them that Zach was my friend. And the rest of the detail you can write as you will have enough space. And the final detail is, I could see in Zach's eyes how grateful he was. I could see in Zach's eyes how grateful he was. And that's it. Alright? So this is how you read a text, identify the main idea and the supporting details. So this is the main idea where I can box it to make it more clear to you. And then these are the 3 supporting details which go here. This is the number 1 and this is the number 2 and number 3. Alright, so I have posted an assignment from Flowcabulary into your Google Classroom, which is about finding the main idea. So I want you all to watch this video and then go to the Flowcabulary. You will find some of the same things in your Flowcabulary. Alright, so it would be easier for you to finish that if you watch this video.